Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, let's get it. Let's go. Man, I promise you, the white dude said, man, your homeboy KJ got the la. I was like, KJ got it? I was like, I ain't even had to do that. I'm like, hey, bro. He was like, what's up? I'm like, come here, bro. He was talking to some dudes. He walked over there. I was like, what's up, bro? What's good? He was like, what you mean? I was like, what's up? You got the la? He was like, yeah, look. He dapped me up. I was like, what's this? He was like, couple feezies. I was like, where you went up with that joint? He was like, yeah. I said, bro, his daughter brought you the pack? He's like, that's why you can't say nothing. You can't say it. I said, bro, people in the pod saying you got the la, bro. I said, Banks is gonna hear because dudes are gonna go Stobox. I said, when dudes go Stobox from him, they gonna ask, Banks is gonna ask them who got the la. I was like, he nosy like that. I'm telling you, man. He was like, damn, we just crossed that bridge when we come to it. He was like, but bro, I gotta get my box right, bro. He was like, I just told her to bring me a little something. I said, bro, you like, she just off that phone call and all that? He was like, nah, I wrote her too. He was like, yeah, bro, listen, I used to mess with her, bro. He was like, see, man, like Banks, I understand that's his daughter, but she used to run with the homies, man. Like, he was like, I used to be homie. I was like, you used to be homie? He was like, yeah, I used to be 9 Trey. I got out of, a while ago and stuff, man. Like, I wasn't with it, but in the streets, yeah. He was like, and she used to be with it too. I was like, so she was rolling with the Red members? He was like, yeah, she used to be with us. I'm like, that's crazy, man. So I was like, y'all was like Bonnie and Clyde out that joint, huh? He was like, nah, it's just, that was my little boo. Like, we had a different little understanding. She know I used to be messing around. And it was like on the strength that we kind of already was like slightly family. Like, she never could hold it against me that like, I gotta be commit to her. So I just do what I do, but she know how I get down. She love me to death. So I told her to bring me something. What do you mean? Banks can't be mad? I was like, yo, Banks gonna be mad. I'm telling you, man. He was like, what are you gonna be mad about? I'm trying to I'm hurting. Like I understand that's his daughter, but that used to be my girl. I'm like, everything he's saying, like, it makes sense. I want to know what y'all think in the comments, man. Like, this is a crazy, unique situation right here, is it not? Just imagine this for a second, y'all. Your daughter, you locked up. The dude that you cool with, like a son, he messes with your daughter. Not only does he messes with your daughter, he gets your daughter to come through Babylon with the package game, y'all. So, boom. How would you feel about it? How would I feel about it? I wouldn't like it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I wouldn't like it for a lot of reasons, man, because I'm in here trying to keep everybody nose straight. Now, I'm gonna know this though. I'm gonna know that I am in penitentiary. I am millions of miles away from my family, and I don't know what's going on after these phones hang up when it comes to my baby mom or my daughter, man. Like, you don't know what's going on when these phones hang up. You do know that your daughter's gonna have a boyfriend and she's gonna mess around from time to time. Now, who she messes around with is gonna be out of your control because you're not there to really monitor that. You know what I mean? Like, so like, that's something that that we take for granted by getting locked up, leaving our kids, man. Like, we have no control over who our daughter gonna end up liking. Like, our daughter can end up liking a dude like us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, father, like, you know what I mean? She is nothing like her daddy. That's how females go. So like, at the end of the day, man, he don't really know what's going on. So should he be mad or not? He probably shouldn't, but at the same time though, but like, he really in here trying to like keep his family on the straight and narrow. You know what I mean? So I don't know how this is gonna go, but all I know is he got the la, and I'm not saying nothing, man. I rock with Banks, but this is a little bit over my head a little bit, y'all. Like, what you want me to do? Go to Banks with, yo, you got your daughter bringing the package. I know some of y'all gonna say yeah, but that's not the right decision for a lot of reasons. It's not the right decision because for one, I want to get some la. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to mess with the la, man. For two, Banks shouldn't be so fast to try to put dudes on the phone with his family. Like I told y'all in the beginning of the story, you can't really trust nobody in penitentiary, man. Like, this is just what it is. That's just the count. Like, you have your comrades, your friends, your walking buddies, anything like that. But at the end of the day, you can't trust nobody. And all these stories I be telling y'all, it always be like a double cross that you never really expect. You know why? Because everybody in there is a freaking criminal. So like, you can't trust nobody. So this kind of falling on Banks. But at the end of the day, I want to see how this junk gonna happen, y'all. I want to see if Banks is really gonna be mad about this, man. So like, after bro gave me the la, I was like, all right, bro. Like after he told me, I'm like, bro. He was like, yo, look, I'm trying to do my thing. He was like, but I'm about to get somebody else to do my thing though, for they won't even know. You know what I mean? I'm trying. I was like, yo, bro, let's be careful, man. I was like, this Banks gonna come holler at you if you hear about it. He was like, I know. So I slid, y'all. I went back in the cell, threw the cut up, rolled up the la game. Nuts. Roll that up. Rolled the la up. Took a la to the went in that joint. You know what I mean? My roommate don't mess around. So I'm chilling. I just stayed in the cell. You know what I mean? Stayed in there till they called dinner. I'm looking at college football. on a Saturday. I'm chilling. I'm super lit up. I ain't want to look at nobody's face. That's how I be. I be lit up all the way until they call child. And that's when y'all probably see me step out, emerge, and I'm looking Chinese game. Like that's how I usually be. So I stay in the cell and watch college football. I'm in the joint. You know what I mean? I hear a knock at the door. I see her arm. I see the tattoo, so I know it's Banks. I'm like, yo! He like, what's up? What you doing? I'm like, I tried to straighten up. I was like, nothing. Watch your car. He like, come here. I was still sitting on the box talking to him. He like, I got up. I said, what's up? He said, smell good in here, Weezy. I said, yeah. I said, yeah, you know, some good la. He was like, yeah. He was like, man, I wish I still mess around with la. He said, I ain't la in 23 years. I ain't even in the street. I said, man, that's a long time. I said, I don't know how you do it. I'm sitting there having a conversation with him. He got his back to my door. You know what I mean? He got his back to my door looking at the pod. I told you I'm in cell 6, so he can still talk to me from the crack. I'm at the door window. I'm like right here on the side of him. You know what I mean? So he talking he's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, but look. He was like, but look, who got the la in here? Because ain't nobody come get the bogeys from me yet. Like, I don't think somebody will come store box some bogeys. You know what I mean? I'm like, shh, man, the white dude told me the dude from the Richmond had it. And I didn't mean to lie like that, man, or throw it on the dude from Richmond. I didn't mean to, but like, y'all gotta understand, I'm intoxicated at the time. You know what I mean? For one, and for two, I really I can't get in the middle of it, so I had to lie. And I know I'm, it's messed up, man, but like, I just wasn't prepared to answer any questions from Banks at the time, man. Like, he like, yeah. He was like, oh, I'm gonna see what's going on. He was like, cause sometimes I might buy some and put it in the cut and sell them for all packs. So I do that from time to time too. He got a lot of it. He keep trying to pick me. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? He like, yeah. I'm like, how y'all train the Southern? How your visit was though? He was, oh, yeah, man, I went over there and ate good, man. Came back, messed the toilet up. Yeah, they had to call the fire department. I messed the toilet up. That's how much food I ate. Went over there and ate about $30. Yeah, I went over there, relaxed and all that. I was like, that's what's up, man. How everybody doing? He was like, man, everybody doing good, man. My daughter looking good. She was able to see her old friend today. You know what I mean? Get him some food. Make sure he can eat good, man. My little nephew. So, yeah, everybody doing good, man. You got to understand when I tell them why I do things, it's all about family first. It's all about that, man. Like, I'm somebody, man, that family matters to me, man. Like, I try to just keep my whole thing consistent on how I deal with family, man. Like, they already know they matter to me. Don't think because I still got 7 years. That's when I found out he had 7 years. Don't think I got 7 years, which wasn't long. You know what I mean? Don't think because I got 7 years, I still can't take care of the family. He was like, man, I still provide almost $800 a month to the family every month. That's what I've been doing off the cookies and cakes and stamps, Weezy. I'm like, for real, man? He like, yeah. He was like, man, so I tried to, like for real, I want to buy my daughter a car because her car just broke down and he's just running it down. You know what I mean? But he's still looking towards the pod. So as he's looking towards the pod, he was like, oh, like he got quiet for a minute. He was like, where KJ at? He's still in the cell. You seen him since he came back from VI? I was like, yeah, I seen him earlier. I think he went to take a nap. He was like, he probably messing with the la. That's what it is. I'm about to go check on him. So he dipped. He hit the door like, I'm gonna holler at you. He slid. You know what I mean? When he did that, I come to the job. I was just looking out the door. I'm like, I hit the button. Psh. Yes. I said, can you let me out? She said, cell break is in 15 minutes. I said, I know. I said, I'm just gonna stand by my door. Just open it and close it. She was like, all right. She opened. I put my shoes on. I come out. She closed it. Boom. I just posted up by my door, you know what I mean? I'm like this, I ain't kneeling down. I'm chilling, you know what I mean? But I'm right by my door and I'm just looking at the pod. And I looked at Banks. Banks was talking to a couple dudes and you could tell he's trying to figure everything out. He trying to figure everything out in his head. He's looking around. Then he finally spotted KJ. KJ was up in the top, at the top part, like by my old cell in 34. Because I told y'all either from cell 12, where the window was at by cell 12, where you can look out the building, and it's another same setup by cell 34 like that with a window. So you dudes be right there because you can look out and see dudes going to chow, the yard, anything. So dudes will go up there and rap from time to time too, hit the window for their beat. So I look up, I can hear the beat. At first I hear the beat, I hear Banks like, man, he up there rapping. I'm like, he rapping. He done got so lit. He up there Joe rapping. That's word. We go up the steps. I see Banks go up. So I was like, he rapping? So he go up. I go up a little bit behind him. We walk down the joint all the way down 34. It's like 5 dudes down there. A couple dudes from Newport News, a couple dudes from here. They all rapping. Do. He in the beat. You hear KJ spitting. He freestyle. He feeling good. He feeling good. I'm sitting there like, Banks standing there like this. Banks are over here. Banks like, I'm like this. I'm like, yeah. He finished. He like, yeah, I do that. He do that. Everybody like, oh, okay. He get on it like, yeah. Banks grabbed his head. Banks was like, man, you toe up right now too. He was like, yeah, that's how I like to be. Right, Weezy. I'm like, I'm trying to hide I'm trying not to laugh. I'm toe up, but he know I'm toe up too. I'm like, I'm lit. I'm like, man, it's crazy, man. I'm like, yeah, man. I'm talking all over. He's like, yeah, man, that's how I like to be. He was like, look, what's up? Let's go half and buy some of the Lala, and you can keep some to mess with, and I'm going to sell the rest for the packs when I go on the scratch. You know, I don't mess with the Lala. He got quiet in that joint, y'all. That joint was like, I was standing like this. I started looking out the window. I was like, looking out the window, this work. KJ was like, nah, I'm good. I already got some. He was like, you already got some? Or you bought some? See if the dude sell me. We just said the white dude got it. And he said that. It was like, it kind of threw KJ off, but KJ kind of like, oh, Weezy trying to cover up for me. That's what's up. He was like, I ain't gonna lie. I bought all of it. I got it. He was like, you got it? He was like, yeah, I bought all of it. He was like, well, who the dude is that be getting it? Because next time he come, he keep trying to figure it out. You keep trying to figure it out. So ladies say, stand by for dinner. So about to get ready to go to dinner, man. She opened all the doors back up. That kind of killed him right there. KJ was like, I'll be back to get my clothes. People just slid on him. I see Banks going down the steps looking puzzled. Banks like this. Banks like, he doing his same stare run. That joint be looking crazy. Like, trying to figure it out. I go back to my cell. I go down the steps. Like, put my shirt on, come back out, still by my door. You know what I mean? KJ pull up first. He's like, hey, what he say? He hollered at you? I'm like, yeah. I was like, look, but I don't know nothing. He was like, what? I was like, I don't know nothing. I was trying to hold my laugh and say that. I was like, I don't know nothing. He was like, man, I might have to talk to him about it, man. I was like, man, look, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's gonna work out, man. That man family matters to that man. That man gonna be a psycho behind this stuff, y'all. So boom. I didn't know if that was a good idea. And I was just being honest with KJ, man. So they called Chow. We go to Chow. Me and Banks and KJ sat at the table, a hamburger tray. So we go over that jump. You know what I mean? I bring my mayonnaise, on my mayonnaise. Everybody sit at the table, everybody crushing. You know what I mean? So we eating. We over the jump eating. Everybody's at the table, it's quiet. You know what I mean? So Banks was like, man, everybody, I see what time it is. I'm like, what? He was like, everybody trying to act like they don't want to tell me who got the la-la. Everybody trying to act like they don't want to tell me who got the la-la. It's all good. I know somebody got it. Like, why everybody trying to play past me like I'm the cops? Why I'm not the cops? I'm the store boss, man. I'm going to make the economy better in penitentiary, in the pod. So why is everybody playing to pass me? Weezy tell me that. I'm like, man, nobody playing past you, man. Hey, my hamburger, I ain't really trying to talk about it, man. So he put his attention to KJ. He like, hey, look, Neff. Hey, look. Why is everybody trying to play past me, man? I got plenty of money. I got 2 boxes to buy. See if dude sell you something for 2 boxes. I'm like, KJ like, I don't think he got no more. So he swallowed the hell out of that hamburger. That shit was a choke burger when he said that. He was like, I don't think he got no more. He was like, why you say that? He was like, because, man, I told you I bought most of it, man. God damn, He was like, man, these motherfuckers crazy. All right. Say, exit out. Everybody leaving, me and him stay eating. Banks slid on us like he was bad at us. I'm like, I look at KJ, I'm like, yo, bro, listen, I told you this was going to happen. I said, but listen, for real, I think you should have told him, you know what I mean? Like, I think if you would have told him, man, like, he was like, nah, I need it one more time. Weezy, they coming back next weekend. You know what I mean? He was like, man, he gonna get over it. Just keep spinning them. I'm like, all right, man. So it did. It worked out. You know what I mean? Next thing I know, we looked up, it's Tuesday. So like everything got back to normal. You know what I mean? Because most of that la was gone. So I kept a little bit of the la. Like I still bought some from after he threw me some. So I had some la in the cut. I was smoking on the low. A lot of people didn't even know I was messing with the la because I was messing with the la through count time. That was the only time. So next thing you know, like I said, it was Tuesday. They kicking it. They back on the phone. Everything regular. Everything straight. You know what I mean? Nobody in the pod dimed them out. And that was rare. That was rare around this time, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie, but nobody dimed them out. So it was good. So we go on. Next thing you know, Busy come back again. Busy come back around again on Saturday. Bro go over there and do the same thing again. Now, it looked like he did it this time because I actually knew what he was doing. Like last time, I didn't pay it no mind and I found out the way I found out. But this time around, I'm in the pod. I'm sitting down there watching two old heads that I rock with play dominoes. They playing one-on-one. I ain't trying to get into it. I'm just sitting. I'm the third person at the table just watching them. So as where I'm sitting at, I seen when they left and went to VI. You know what I mean? They both went to VI for Sussex hour game. You coming back. Like they don't play all that long visit stuff on Sussex. So they come back. They come back together this time. You know what I mean? They come back together. So they come back together. They laughing, joking, everything love. Same thing happen again. Banks. Hey, open my door. Hey. CO, open my door. He already at his cell. You already know what he about to do. Blow the toilet down. So next thing you know, lady open his door, his roommate come out. He go in there and blow the toilet down. So I look up, I seen KJ. KJ was like, hey, look. He was like, hey, look, Weezy. I need to holler at you. I'm like, what? He was like, man, look, it's two junks, man. He was like, look, hold this junk right here for me. He was like, I'm already about to sell this to this Richmond dude in the pod. He was like, the dude we were rumbling. I was like, yeah. He was like, he about to buy this whole balloon right here. He was like, but hold this balloon right here. I said, for what, man? He was like, cause I think the cat gonna be out the bag, man. Like, I ain't gonna be able to hide it. He was like, because after I sell this junk, he was like, the third balloon, he was like, I got another balloon and I'm gonna be selling that. I just want you to hold that just in case anything goes wrong. And then I was like, nah, bro. I was like, I ain't messing with that. I said, just throw me something, bro. I said, just throw me something. He said, man, I got you. I'm gonna throw you something. He's like, but I need you to hold the junk. I was like, no, man. Like, I told him, man, no 100 times. For a lot of reasons, man. I didn't want to hold that package, y'all, truthfully, man. Because I felt like, man, like for real, like that'll really involve me. And like I felt like I was snaking banks. Like his daughter is involved in this. Now I have been a psycho slightly by not letting him know that this guy is talking to his daughter. But like at the end of the day, man, they both from the town. Of course I knew Banks longer, but I don't really want to be involved in this. I'm not the type of dude that like to be involved in other people's business that, like, you know, hey, we go hard. Weezy, what happened in it? Hey, I don't like to be that guy. That's not me, man. I'm the one that's doing the interrogation. I want to find out what's going on. I'm not the one that's being interrogated. I don't like going through that, to be honest with y'all. So that's why I really hid it from Banks. That's why I really didn't tell him, man. So like for real, him asking me to hold that joint, like, I felt like that'll all the way involve me, man. Like, it'll all the way involve me, man. So like he like, man, we worse in town. He like Banks in the bathroom, man. He was like, come on, man. I'm trying to. I was like, look, bro, no, bro. I ain't holding that joint. I was like, man, let's give me what you gonna give me, bro. I ain't gotta do. He was like, man, look, Weezy, please, man. That nigga looked me in my eyes. He was like, man, Weezy, please, man. Please, man. I was like, shh. All right, man. Put it in my hands, y'all. So boom. Took it, man. Put it in my pocket. I didn't know what it was. You know what I mean? All I know was a balloon, man. And I had it. Probably was like a balloon this big. It's probably about that big. Probably had about an eighth in that joint or more. You know what I mean? So I put it in my pocket. I'm like, shh. You know what I mean? He was like, man, hold it, man. Just put it in your cell. Ain't nobody gonna know. He was like, don't mess with it. Look, you ain't gotta mess with it. He was like, look, I'm gonna go in the cell real quick. When I come back out, I got you. I was like, all right, bro. Like, make sure you look out, bro. You got me holding this joint, bro. Like, he was like, I got you. So bro did what he did. Like, he went in his cell, he took care of his business. Banks still in that joint, blowing the toilet up game. Cut still up on 1,000. All you see is the burgundy shirt in his window. Like I told y'all, he probably sitting in that joint reading the newspaper. He ain't getting up to his legs, feel like they know. That's what Banks in there doing. He like this on the newspaper probably. Looking at the newspaper. So bro handling his business. Bro come out. He hollered at the Richmond dude for that. They hollered at the Richmond dude. He seen me. He was like, hey, Weezer. He called me to the back. We go back. My cell toy. He go back there. He was like, here. I'm like, what's this? He was like, it's a spoon. You good? He said, shit, about 8 feces in there, bro. I gave you a real spoon, bro. I was like, open it up. I was like, oh yeah, this is a real spoon, bro. I was like, appreciate it. That junk was lime green. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be some good meat. I was like, yeah, bro, appreciate it, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, that's what's up. He was like, hold that down for me, man. I said, what about Banks, bro? He was like, I don't know, man. He was like, man, for real, man. Like his daughter, like she like looking out for me, man. I was like, you sending her some money back? He was like, she don't want me to. She don't want me to, man. She like her roommate sell the law, so she get the law for free. You know what I mean? He's like, she ain't getting nothing but a quarter of law, maybe a half an ounce of the law. That shit ain't expensive and bringing it to me. I'm like, all right, man. You know what I mean? So I dipped. You know what I mean? I slid. I went back to the cell. I put the joint up. You know what I mean? While I was in there, I rolled me a la stick. That's what I did. I rolled me a la stick, man. And you know what I mean? I sat in there and I thought about the whole situation as one. And I was like, you know what, man? Like, if I was a father, which I'm not, you know what I mean? I was like, but if I was a father, for one, I wouldn't have let him talk to my daughter. Just on the strength, yeah, he nephew, and you know, we raised him, changed his diapers, but at the end of the day, now he's in here with the maniac. So now he's labeled a maniac. So like nothing good is gonna come out of me letting him get acquainted with my daughter, who I'm trying to keep out of the way. You know what I mean? Now look what happened when he didn't do these things I just said. He got his daughter breaking the law tremendously. She's bringing the package through the VI on Sus's 2 game. Are you crazy? Everybody that done that gets the train to go badge, man, because I'm letting you know now, I did nothing on Sus's when it came to that. Everything I did in that VI was Lawrenceville game, man. Like, I seen the dudes that would try their hand on Sus's, man, they had the big juice, man. You gotta be super trained to go, man. And his daughter was. Just like KJ said, he said his daughter was trained. She used to run with the red team, all the above, man. She got history of being a psycho too. So at the end of the day, like, for real, man, when I thought about it, I was like, man, this is not gonna turn out good. I know it's not, man. And I'm hitting the stick. You know what I mean? I'm hitting the stick and I'm just in that joint just thinking about it. You know what I mean? Thinking about the joint. I'm sitting in the cell, I promise you, my roommate come to the door. Like usually, like when my roommate see me go dolo, like he'll just go in the party. He a little older, he'll go sit, watch the chess game, play chess, play dominoes, watch TV out there. He was one of them cool roommates. Next thing you know, as I'm sitting there, after I done blew the lala, I'm lit. I'm like, this joint's good. I'm sitting in that joint, face numb. I'm like, I'm lit. See my roommate come to the door, he stick his face to the joint. Hey, I think your homeboys and them about to fight. I'm like, who? He like, yo, the dude Banks. It look like he about to fight KJ. So I'm like, he like, man, hey, open up my door. Open up 6. So the lady opened up, jump. My shoes when I come to the door. I'm like, I seen Banks. Banks like, yeah. One thing about it, nah, you don't call the shots with my family. He walking towards the phone. Banks like, you don't call the shots with my family. You don't call the shots with my family. Nah, yeah, that ain't what you do. You ain't telling me how to run my family. That's my family. That's my family. So I seen KJ. KJ really don't want to put the information on blast in front of the whole pod. Probably what he really wanted to say to Banks. But I see KJ just standing there like, and he just listening to Banks, and Banks went hot on the phone. Now, this was psycho right here. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This was a psycho move right here, man. But I promise you, this man went hop on the jack like this. Hey, put her on the phone. He called his daughter name. I guess his baby mama answered. Put her on the phone. This nigga loud as hell. She got on the phone. What the hell is your problem? Didn't I teach you better? What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, I talked to KJ. KJ told me everything. What the hell is wrong with you? I'm in this bitch breaking my neck trying to help y'all, and you and this motherfucker doing that shit? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, he loud as hell. I'm like, he keep going on. As he kept going on and on, I walked up a little. I was like, yo. I walked past him like, yo, bro. He was like, he looked at me like, fuck you, Weezy. I read his brain. He was like, fuck you, Weezy. Yeah, what the hell is wrong? Well, all right. So I guess his baby mama got back on the phone. He was like, where'd she go? Put her back on the phone. Put her back on the phone. No, because she don't supposed to be doing that shit. You got her doing how the fuck? He started screaming at the phone like this. How the fuck you got her doing that shit? You ain't know she was doing that shit. He was like, hello? She started banging the phone. I was like, oh, shit. And he got evil face when he turned around. He was like, I looked up. I seen KJ like, you know what I mean? It was nothing for him to say. The man can't even get through on the phone again, man. I seen another old head pull up on Banks that be talking to him, pull up on him. Calm down, Banks. Banks was looking angry. They walked Banks to his cell. Took him upstairs. Took Banks to his cell, man. Banks was standing by his door. You know what I mean? He was just talking to dude. Lady told him to get off the top tier 100 times. Because you don't supposed to be standing on the top tier, like just hanging and chilling. Especially like soon as like after they do rounds, like in the beginning, you can come up there when the door's open and you can lounge for a second. But like on Lawrenceville, you can stay long. On Sussex, you can't stay too long on that top tier. So the lady I told him to get off the top tier a couple times. Man, I promise you, the man sitting up there. That man went to his door. He told his roommate, he said, man, hand me one. I don't know what he was talking about. I looked up. I seen a pack come under the door. He was like, man, open the joint. Took the plastic off. Man, grab the bogey game, y'all. So boom. I promise y'all, he was out there on the top tier hitting the bogey like this. He was like, his homeboy trying to talk to him. Another dude trying to talk to him. I was like, I'm going to wait a little bit because I know for a fact he's not a dumb nigga. I know he's not a dumb nigga. So I'm going to wait a little bit before I go holler at this man. You know what I mean? Because I already know he's thinking devilish things right now. It's just he's trying to keep his composure for a lot of reasons, y'all. Y'all know he's the Stobox. So there's a lot of people that owes him money. It's a lot of people that he counts on that pays his money. You know what I mean? He has to be in a pod. The roller that he was fucking with the stamp game. You know what I mean? Like he got that situation going on. He taking care of his family. He just let a fox in a hen house. You know what I mean? He let the dude in talk to his daughter. You know what I mean? So like, I feel his pain, but I'm trying to let it cool down for a minute. But as they up there talking to him, they finally come off the top tier. Ladies like, get off the top tier. So he finally come down. He come down the steps like this. So when they come down, I was like right there. It was him and two other dudes coming down the steps. He see me. He was like, I was like, yo, Banks, you all right, man? He was like, fuck you, Weezy. I was like, what? He was like, nah, you knew what the fuck was going on, man. I know you did. Cause he had the la-la last time. Yeah. He had the la-la last time, so I knew you knew what was. I said, man, what do you wanted me to do, Banks? I said, it's fuck me though, man. I said, it's fuck me all behind. I ain't want to get in y'all shit, man. He was like, nah, I fucked up. Dude was like, nah, you Weezy ain't do shit. Weezy ain't got nothing to do with that shit. You shouldn't have let him talk to your damn daughter. Hell is wrong. Dude getting into him raw. He like, man, fuck that, man. Weezy, you was my friend. I said, yeah, we friends, man, but like, nigga, you said family matters, right? Like, goddamn, I thought all y'all was family, nigga. I ain't want to get in that shit, so I'm trying to make it a laugh. I'm trying to laugh it like, he was like, man, that shit ain't funny, Weezy, man. He got my daughter breaking the motherfucking law, man. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my life for the next 10 minutes, man. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this nigga, man. I was like, man, shh. I said, man, you can't do nothing to him. He was like, what? I said, man, you can't do nothing to him, man. Like, real shit, you can't, man. He was like, why I can't? I said, because, bro, like, why? Like, I said, bro, you just keep everything how it was, bro. Your daughter grown, man. You know what I mean? He was like, you got her breaking the fucking law, Weezy. I wanted to say, nigga, that's not her only time breaking the fucking law. The fuck? You think she gonna come through the V room? Nigga, she'll drive a brick from Mexico. What the hell is wrong with you? So boom. I couldn't get on that reality though. You know what I mean? Like, we still in the midst of a conversation. We still like, you know what I mean? Like, it's still raw. Pause. It's right there. So like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, bro, like, man, come on, man. Like, you say fuck me, that's fucked up, man. He was like, no, man. I was like, bro, fuck me though, man. Fuck me, Banks. He was like, yeah, fuck, man. He was like, oh, no, fuck that nigga KJ though. Fuck that nigga KJ though, man. He was like, man, he kept pacing. He was like, man, I gotta have that nigga Weezy. I gotta fucking have. I said, bro, you ready to do this shit? I said, do what, man? I said, man, you ready to take the man out? Man, he was like, man, fuck that. That's my daughter. I was like, you know what? She is. You know what I mean? And I can't tell you what to do about your kids or your family, bro. Because I'm going to do whatever I want about mine. And nigga ain't going to be able to tell me shit. I said, but this is what I can't tell you, though, man. He was like, what? I said, man, is all that shit worth doing what you about to do, man, and fucking up your whole situation, man? I said, what about your family after that? He was like, I ain't never seen his neck get that long. He was really thinking. He was like, dude was like, man, Weezy right, man. Look, man, fuck that little nigga, man. You did that shit, man. Keep niggas away from your family. Your family is sacred, nigga. You think I'm gonna let a nigga talk to my mama just because he grew up in the fucking neighborhood as me? Fuck no. Oh, here again to him raw. Goddamn, I'm sitting there like, nigga, he right, nigga. You gotta be careful. I told y'all in the beginning of the story, you can't trust no goddamn body. Nobody in this shit, man. Everybody is suspect. You can't trust nobody in penitentiary, man. So he was like, he thought about it. He sat down. He was like, he trying to get his shit together. He was like, as he's saying that, I looked up. KJ was walking up right before I could tell KJ, no, this ain't the time. KJ walked up. He was like, yo, man. He was like, man, get the fuck up. Man, he stood up fast as hell on KJ ass. He was like, man, get the fuck away from me. Fuck wrong with you? You ain't my motherfucking family no more. Get the fuck out my face, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? He looking at it nigga seriously. KJ was like, it's like that, man. He was like, man, you heard what the fuck I said. You heard what the fuck I said. Fuck wrong with you? You heard what the fuck I said. Get the fuck away from me, motherfucker. I was like, damn, man. I was like, this shit right here, it'll never be the way it was ever again, man. Like, this man really cherished family, man. Family was all he knew. You know what I mean? And like, he feel betrayed, man. Like, now he probably, everything going this, he was boning my daughter on the street. Because if he got her doing that, like, everything has to be going through his mind. You know what I mean? So like, he's just regretting everything in fast motion right now. Like, I know that's what's going on. But at the end of the day, he expressed how he felt about KJ. KJ walked away, y'all. So, boom. Stand by for dinner. Stand by for dinner. I smell like la. KJ like this. KJ still slanging and banging. I promise y'all, he's still slanging and banging. KJ getting to that bag. I'm like, yo, this y'all crazy. We getting ready for child. They asking for child. We leave out for child. That's word. I ain't even walk with Banks. I'm walking with another nigga. I'm behind him a little bit. Banks still looking angry. You know what I mean? We go to child. Eat. KJ ain't go to child. We come back. You know what I mean? We look up. KJ coming out of nigga's cell like they just finished blowing it. La. KJ ain't really tripping off this shit. You know what I mean? He's not really tripping off this shit, man. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know what the fuck, man. Like, he was trying, like, he ain't want to talk to me. You know what I mean? KJ see me like, hey, Weezy, what's up, man? You feel that way about me like that? I said, bro, you got his daughter bringing the package through, bro. Like, what do you mean, bro? Like, I mean, like, at the end of the day, you got to do you. He was like, Weezy, I got to eat too, bro. His daughter grown. I got to eat. I was like, you right, bro, but like, that's a crazy dynamic right there, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man, when I witnessed this shit, this was a crazy situation. So I'm like, all right, those are my last words to bro. You know what I mean? Bro continue on slanging and banging through Sunday. You know what I mean? He's slanging and banging, slanging and banging, slanging and banging. The whole time he's slanging and banging, I'm looking up at Banks. It's like, Banks hasn't been on the phone since then. Ever since his baby mama hung up on him for spazzing out. He hasn't talked to his daughter, his baby mama. He hasn't talked to nobody. You know what I mean? So he trying to deal with this shit. I promise y'all, he trying to deal with this shit, man. And then one day, man, I just think he couldn't deal with it no more. He couldn't deal with it no more, man. It was like the perfect timing for what he done. You know what I mean? It was like this, man. Like, when they, like, our front door, like, it's 2 doors. You know what I mean? It's 2 doors. And it's like, when dudes it might be somebody out here trying to holler at the dude that's in the salad port. You know what I mean? So he had to come through our first door, and that door closed, boom. And then you trapped in the middle. And then they opened the second door. That's how you get to the salad port. So it was like perfect timing, man. I didn't even know this was gonna happen. But I looked, man, and I seen a nigga. I seen a nigga goddamn Banks looking serious all day. You know what I mean? Since breakfast, he was looking serious. But he's been looking kind of serious since this incident. But I see him looking serious as a bitch, and he just goddamn got a serious look. And I look again, I see the nigga KJ at the front, and he's up there with like 3 niggas, and it's a dude on top, you know, on the other side, and 2A screaming through the top. They trying to talk. So I hear, yo, come to the salad port. So he hollering at the lady. So the whole time he right there, he didn't even know Banks was standing kind of like by the office a little bit. So he turned around, he see Banks, he ain't paying no mind. He just thought Banks cut him off. So he see Banks, he like, I mean, so I'm standing a little bit like that toward that direction. You know what I mean? But I didn't know all this was gonna happen. So the lady was like, I'm gonna let you out, hurry up. So she let him out. She opened the door, boom. When she opened the first door, he slid. When he slid, right before that door was about to close, all you seen was goddamn, man, I promise you, all you seen was the nigga Banks stick his foot in the jump. He stuck his foot in the jump. He squeezed in that motherfucking door, said, boom, the door closed, because that's the noise it's gonna make when you stop it. He stopped it, then he squeezed in that door, said, boom. So that's what made everybody look. When everybody looked, man, you just seen Banks, man, that nigga came out his joint. That man had the lock in the sock, but this man had the lock tied to the belt. You know, we can have little bootleg belts. They'll give us them little bootleg belts that we used to have, but it's a belt, and he had that joint tied to the end of the belt, man, like not in the sock. Forget about a sock. It was on the belt, man. Soon as KJ turned around, he turned around to this. He turned around to a straight shot to his damn head. And that man hit the ground. The lady in the booth, she like this. She like, when she heard the noise of the door closing, she like, she went and looked. She looked, and all she seen was KJ just like this, going like this. And everybody went to the door like, oh! So I went into the door, you see his Banks like this. He working. He trying to, he trying to, no, stop, Banks. He like this. Nigga. The lady like, stop. She hit the jump, boom, 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 boom. Stop, he like this. Bah, nigga, stop, nigga, bah, he hitting this real with that bitch. He like, bah, 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 bah. He start pounding, he was balled up after a while. That shit was hitting his body. You see the shirt get bloody. Bah, 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 bah. Our partners on the bottom tier, all you see was police. The lady opened the joint up. As soon as she opened that joint, he got like 2 more. He was like, bah, bah, boom. They tackled his dumb ass. I was like, oh, shit. Boom! They dump Banks on the ground. They get him. Bro, fucked up, bro. Body shit red right here. He hit him on the side of his head. He got a knot on the top of his head. Man, he hit dude like 20 times with that fucking lock, man. And for real, I think he took it easy on the nigga, man. He took it easy on the nigga. He could have came with the joint. He used that probably on the shrimp that the nigga was kind of like family, man. But he fucked KJ up, man. He fucked KJ up so bad. I never seen KJ come back on the damn compound. Y'all already know that Banks never came back on the compound, man. So Banks fucked up everything he was doing for his family, man. But that was a fucking, like, a lesson to be learned. Don't put nobody on the phone with your family members, man. I don't give a fuck who they is, period. And that's just all it is, man. So, like, those two went to the beam. Those two went to the beam, man. Like, he had the man daughter bringing the package. Situation turned out like that, man. Banks blacked out. He couldn't help it. He couldn't help it, man. I knew about the bumping the Banks later on. He probably be like, man, Weezy, I couldn't help it, man. And I probably wouldn't have been able to help it either. Who knows, man? Until you in that situation, man. But that was wild, y'all, to see dude. He really care about his daughter, man. Let me know in the comments, was he wrong or was KJ wrong? I want to know, man. But that was a crazy situation. That's the end of the damn story. I appreciate y'all for watching as always, man. Y'all know the count. Stay y'all ass out the way. Period, man. But y'all ain't know the count. This is a Tuesday banger. So I need y'all to do this one. Like, share, subscribe, Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe, man. And stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.